Area weather forecast. Skies becoming cloudy later today with a high 45. Tonight, cloudy skies, low 35. For tomorrow, cloudy skies, high 48. Thunderstorms, a possibility on Saturday, high 62. For Sunday, partly cloudy, high 42. And for Monday, partly cloudy with a high 42. Overnight low was 27. Yesterday's high was 46. 6/100ths of an inch of rainfall at the WFIW studios yesterday. Currently, humidity is at 100%. Winds are calm. The pressure at 30.23. Right now, sunshine and 28 here at the WFIW studios east of Fairfield. It's time for Morning Coffee. Morning Coffee brought to you this morning by TTT Designs at 1411 West Main in Fairfield. They can bring your design to life at TTT Designs. They're open Tuesday through Friday, 10 a.m. to 5 p.m.
He's back.
Yeah, and we get a mystery voice winner on the first call.
Yeah. Does that tell you something or what? There's frost on the tower this morning out here on the hill on the east side of Fairfield.
I was happy to see the frost this morning. How long has it been since we saw a frost or seen a frost?
I'm not particularly wild about it when I'm trying to get in my car in the morning. But,
no, but think about
but
it.
it's a beautiful morning out there. It's beautiful. That sun's shining.
Yeah.
The voice of Diane Zerlini.
Z,
as we like to know her, and everybody else in town. Thank you for coming in, Diane. Appreciate it.
You're welcome.
Thanks to Tom Levine, who sat in for me for the last 2 days. I was in Vincennes both days, doing some work in training of marketing specialists for the original company. I left every morning at 6 o'clock, ran into the mayor up at Huck's getting some coffee at about 5 till 6. It always spooks me, and I said it to him, just so that he could be the last guy to say, yeah, I was the last guy to see him. Just trying to give Vaughn a lead for the next day. It spooks me going north on Enterprise Road at either, really early in the morning when it's dark or on the way back at night, because once you get beyond the crossroads between Sisney and Mount Erie, once you get beyond that dangerous intersection, there are no lines.
No.
And there's lots of curves, and my eyes aren't good enough. And people are blowing past you at 70 miles an hour. It was scary.
Early in the morning.
Yes.
Yeah, it is. It is. Good morning. You're on Morning Coffee.
Yeah, before you guys get going with all your fantastic meetings and everything, I'd just like to say good morning to Diane Zerlini and thank her for all her accomplishments at Fairfield and for being a great person at New Hope School, because I used to be her neighbor, for quite a while out in that area. And Diane, congratulations on all your success.
Well, thank you.
Well, isn't that
Thank
nice?
you. Thank you very
Really,
much.
we don't normally get, guest feted like that in the first few minutes. So congratulations to you for that. We're happy to have her. The timing's perfect, actually, and we'll get into that in a moment. While I was coming home, I need for you to both check me on this, okay? While I was coming home,
Yeah.
I had our station on. Of
Right.
course, I put it on about Alney. And Double D was back, bravely fighting back from food poisoning.
I don't think he had food. I think we've decided it's the flu.
Think so?
He had the flu, yeah.
The flu's going around.
Yeah, I think
The
he
guy's
had
got a
the
cast
flu.
iron gut, so I don't think it would have been food poisoning either.
Yeah.
But anyway, he played this song from the late 70s, you think?
Yeah, mid to late 70s.
It's Rupert Holmes's Escape, the Pina Colada song.
Oh, yeah, where he's trying to
If you like pina coladas.
Trying to
Now,
cheat
listen
on
this-
his wife?
Listen to this for just a second. Now, for a moment, because I listened to it, and for whatever reason, I've heard it for 30, 40 years,
Yeah.
and I didn't listen to it. So I listened to it. And so I pulled up the lyrics this morning. This guy says he'd been together with his wife for too long, like a worn-out recording of his favorite song, that he read a personal column in the paper, and in the personal it said, somebody wrote, if you like pina coladas, in other words, if you're an alcoholic, and getting caught in the rain, which I don't understand that, because I don't know how that can be fun.
Stimulating.
Okay, I just don't.
If it's a nice, gentle, soft rain, walking in the rain.
Z, look at my head. You know what happens when the water hits the top of the head?
It runs right into your
rolls
eyes.
right into my eyes. Okay. If you're not into yoga, okay,
And like drinking champagne.
and like drinking champagne, I'm the love that you've looked for. Write to me and we'll escape. In other words, dump your wife.
No. This was the wife.
Okay, this
Yeah.
This was the wife.
Well,
who
time
wrote
out.
the
Don't-
original.
Don't give up the story.
Okay.
Somebody's saying, escape with me.
Right.
All right?
Right. But I think his wife wrote it and he
So,
saw
of course.
it, so he writes back.
But he doesn't know that.
But he doesn't know that at the time. So he writes back, yes, of course. I like, and he thinks he's a poet. All he's doing is mimicking what he wrote what he read in the personal column.
in verse 1.
Yes. Now, yeah, I like pina coladas, and I like getting caught in the rain. I'm not into yoga, et cetera, et cetera. All right, so he's at the end of it, he says, meet me at O'Malley's, a bar called O'Malley's, and we'll plan our escape. Okay? Well, then the next verse, he's there, and the woman walks in, and it's his wife. And they laugh. You know what's going to happen in Mike Dreeth's life?
Well, it was the late 70s.
But you
in
could
New
also
York.
think that they had this pre-planned.
Well, that's true.
Did you ever think of that?
That's a good thought.
Oh, role playing.
Yes.
Oh. I never considered that.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
And I would never do it. Because I'm afraid she'd take me literally.
Yeah.
But can you imagine, calling, hey, Tom Jr., I want to put a personal ad in. Okay, go ahead and write it down. I like pina coladas.
Getting caught in the rain.
And I like getting caught in the rain. And then reading it in the press and going to, give me a place where I could meet somebody, at the Elks.
Or the VFW or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it was just my wife.
You would have the whole city of Fairfield tantalized by that thought.
You would. And I guarantee you, when they saw that classified that said meet at the V or the
Everybody
or
and their
the
dog
Elks,
would be
everybody
there.
would be there.
If the V was
They could
smart,
probably sell tickets, make a fundraiser out of it, sell some pork burgers.
if the Elks worried about raising revenue would place this ad,
Oh yeah.
everybody'd show up.
Oh yeah. Because they'd want to find out who it was.
This would be better than pork rinds.
Oh yeah.
Don't
you
you
heard
think?
about the pork rinds story,
Yes.
right? Okay.
I'm just saying, I got sucked into this song, and for me it was like that makes no sense to me whatsoever. There's no way that I could pull that off, and we would not laugh about it afterwards. She'd grab me by the throat, and my legs would be dangling.
Yep.
How about you, dude?
She'd grab me not by the throat. She'd grab something else, and I guarantee that.
And you'd be singing soprano. Okay. All right. Well, that was. I'm sorry. I had to
Her
do
name
the.
would not be Tina any longer. It would be Lorena.
All right. I got to ask another one. So, by the way, I got a call from the Rubenakers.
Oh yeah.
They just wanted to say that they enjoy listening in the morning to you and to Morning Coffee. And they told me that my wife was wrong when she told me to freeze my bucket of lard.
Uh-oh.
Oh,
Lard just keeps, don't it?
I don't know. I got a gift from the Rubenakers down.
down at Populous.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
They came in at Christmas, about that time. They brought in some of their own brand of wine.
Yes, have had some before.
Oh, it's mighty fine.
Yes.
Mine's gone. It went to the cabin. I'm always afraid of a snake bite. and they left a vat, a gallon of lard.
It was a gallon jug of lard.
And we got it, and I didn't know what. I'm sorry. I guess I'm not country. I'm too city. I didn't know that the renderings was a gift. I thought, maybe it was a statement. You're kind of greasy, Mike, or something like that. I had no idea.
You don't see lard too much anymore.
No, you do not.
Well, I left it here, and I went home, and I said, you wouldn't believe what the Rubenakers brought in today. And she said, what? I said, well, they brought in a little drink. She said, oh, okay, fine. I said, they brought in a great big vat of lard. And she says, and what did you do with it? Well, I said, I left it out there on the counter. She says, get out there right now and get that lard. And then when I got it home, she told me to freeze it. And so I told one of the Rubenackers yesterday, he said, well, it might be a little mushy when you bring it out. She's going to use it for pie.
Pie
crust.
dough,
and
yeah.
you know what I think? When she makes that pie,
Yeah.
she needs to make 2 pies and bring one in here, so we can sample
You know what?
the pie crust made with lard.
I'm not sure lard is on my diet.
It
in any
does make
form.
the best pie crust.
Oh, it does.
But
Okay.
being a former 4-H'er,
Yeah.
1 year for the fair, whatever cooking thing I was in, you had to make pies.
Right.
Well, the first time I made pies, I followed the recipe. It was a beautiful pie. But I had to make 2 pies because, of course, we had a large family.
Yes.
Well, I doubled the flour, but I did not double the lard.
Uh-oh.
Those pies were as hard as rocks. They were Frisbees.
But I'm going to take another guess. I bet you the family still ate them.
No, even the dog wouldn't eat it. They ate the filling.
Unbelievable. And the other thing I had written down here, Stumpies.
Yeah.
Tell me about that.
Clay Marks from over at Mount Carmel
Yeah?
was apparently in the CEO class over at Mount Carmel High School.
Yeah.
That was the business he started.
And
A
it's
stump removal, and it's ballooned into something that he's now advertising on the radio.
isn't that
That is a
remarkable?
That's cool.
success story.
So he'll come and take out your stump.
Yeah.
Grind it and everything like that.
Yeah.
Wow. And
And if you need a tree taken down, I mean,
sure,
that
yeah,
too.
yeah. Well, that bodes well for what we're doing here in our county. isn't
Yes,
it?
they're starting that at the high school CEO program.
Son of a gun.
That's a great success story.
Okay, do I have time to get into the stack of stuff?
Yeah, go ahead. Let's go ahead and.
All right, let me start
get
with the
to it.
birthdays because I thought those were pretty interesting. Sam Peckinpah would have he died in 1984. Born on this date in 1925. A director. He died at the age of 59 because he was years of alcohol and drug abuse. But he was the master of the Western epic, and he was innovative for explicit depiction of violence. He did Pat Garrett and Billy the Kid, a number of late 70s. They called him Bloody Sam because of the way that he shot a cowboy movie. He was 50, like I said, 59 when he died. Rue McClanahan.
From
Golden Girls.
Golden Girls.
Well, lots of other things too. She died in 2010 at the age of 76. She was in Maude.
Uh-huh.
Remember Maude?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Mama's Family
Yep.
and The Golden Girls.
And she was in a movie called The Fighting Temptations with Cuba Gooding Jr.
Really?
And it was so weird. All through the latter part of her career, she was always portrayed, she was typecast as kind of a cougar vixen type.
Yes. Guess how many times she was married?
Twice.
No.
Probably once.
No. 6 times.
Okay.
The cougar thing
She's
worked.
been hanging out with the Gardners and the Taylors.
Six times she was married. Anyway, she died at the age of 76 in 2010. One of my favorite actors, both TV and movie, Kelsey Grammer, is 64 today. And I'm just going to say this. Now, both of you look at me, and those of you that are watching on YouTube this morning, and by the way, you can join us at YouTube by going to WFIW Radio in the search engine for YouTube, or you can join us, of course, on WFIWradio.com. There are those that suggest that I remind them of Kelsey Grammer.
Well, he does not have any hair.
True.
Yeah, you kind of.
Now that I look
You
at it
kinda
in
For a
profile,
moment, radio guy, in a former life known as Dr. Dreeth, formerly. I don't say I'm listening on this show. I'm listening.
Yeah.
Dr. Fraser Crane.
Yeah.
My dad, just like the character in Frasier, was a former police officer and was handicapped. So I
And-
mean, it all kind of fit in for some people.
and they're talking about bringing back the show. They're in talks now to bring back Frasier.
Wouldn't that be great? That
That
was a
would.
wonderful ensemble cast, don't you think?
It was
I mean,
good.
I've got that on CD, and I haven't sat down to watch it. I know nobody watches CD anymore, but
I don't think anybody ever watched a CD.
no, I mean DVD, right?
Yeah,
Okay,
yes.
all right. 4 wives, 7 children. He's also the voice of Sideshow Bob
Okay, yeah.
in The Simpsons.
Simpsons.
His second marriage was to an exotic dancer. It lasted 1 year. He filed for an annulment while she was 3 months pregnant. Probably bad form.
Yeah, that probably wasn't a good thing to do.
One of his wives was on The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills.
His current or past?
I don't know, but I know one of them was.
He had some substance abuse problems.
His
in
life has
past.
been up and down.
Yeah.
And especially his private
And
life.
that may have led to the marriage to the exotic dancer.
Possibly. His third wife is a Playboy model. So he's doing pretty good for
Yeah.
himself. I mean, anyway, I would love to see him come back. I saw him in a Netflix where he depicts the mayor of Chicago. Have you ever seen that one before? It's a serious role,
I've not seen that.
and it's really good.
It's amazing in some of these Netflix and Hulu what they're the stars that they are getting to be in some of these shows.
Oh, even some of the Hallmark
yes.
movies.
I mean, you got to make money.
Yeah.
Boss, I think, was the name of it. It's really good. If you get a chance to see it on Netflix, it's very good. Mary Chapin Carpenter.
Country singer.
Yes.
60. Let me tell you, she hasn't done anything for 20 years, but one of her albums, she was very big between 89 and 90, and she came out of the Washington, D.C. area. She had one of her albums went quadruple platinum. I think you could live on that for a while.
Yeah, I think so.
Probably.
I think so.
I mean, that money just keeps coming in. Anyway, she's got 5 Grammys, and she is a cousin. Now, not a first cousin, but she's a cousin to Harry Chapin.
Oh,
the
Cats in the
Cats in the
Cradle.
yeah, the Cats in the Cradle guy.
I liked Harry Chapin. I remember when he played the Mississippi River Festival in Edwardsville at SIU,
That was big.
and it was bad weather, and they flew him in by helicopter. Landed the helicopter, he got out and went right on stage and started the set. It was really cool. I thought, what an entrance.
Yeah.
Jennifer Love Hewitt, talk about somebody we haven't seen for a while. Jennifer Love Hewitt, she's 40 today. That's a pretty pivotal age if you're a once young actress.
Yeah.
Actress Party of 5, I Know What You Did Last Summer, Sister to Act. She was a Disney Channel performer as a child.
Really?
Yeah. Singer in 1999, she had a song, How Do I Deal, got to number 59 on the Billboard 100.
Oh.
So
I didn't
that's-
know she was a singer.
I never heard the song.
No. She also had problems with a stalker. And there was a verbal confrontation in the 2002 Grammys. So she's really hasn't had a lot of traction lately.
No, she's not been doing much lately.
On this date, February 21st, in 1804, the first self-propelled locomotive on rails demonstrated in Wales. I thought it would have been earlier than that, but 1848, the Communist Manifesto was published by Karl Marx. 1878, the first telephone directories issued. You know, when I came here, the radio station, in July, there were 0 telephone directories. The telephone book, there was none.
Okay.
I can believe that.
Huh.
Because I don't ever look at a phone book anymore, do
No
you?
one
No.
does.
Anybody that would buy an ad in the Yellow Pages needs to have their brain examined.
If you want to look up something, you Google it.
Absolutely. Absolutely. It's
You
what's
can-
changed.
Well, you can go to yp.com.
Yes.
You know.
Yes, you can. But that some people needed, the actual book in front of them. Edwin Land demonstrated the Polaroid Land camera at the Optical Society of America in New York City. It was the first camera to take, develop, and print a picture on photo paper all within 60 seconds. Do you remember these? We're
I
old
do.
enough
Yeah,
to
you
all
pull them
remember
out.
these.
Yeah.
And then you'd
Wave
wave
it.
them around so
Yeah.
that the
Dry
air could
it.
get to it. Those were not the best quality pictures.
But they were still cool
Oh,
looking.
they
Yeah,
were cool
they
at the
were.
time. An agreement between the baseball players in 1968 and club owners increased the minimum salary. What do you think it went to?
1968,
Yep.
Probably-
15,000.
I would say about 28,000.
10,000.
10,000.
That was the minimum major league salary. What is it now? 400,
I think
500,000?
it's 500,000.
But the
is
ones that
minimum.
minor leaguers, minor league players do not get paid. I
No.
mean, they don't get paid to go to spring training, so they exist on the food that they get in the clubhouse and stuff. But minor league baseball players, you go through if you're a minor leaguer for more than a couple years, you've been through the wars there.
You pay your dues if
Yes.
you make it to the majors.
And I don't think that's going to change because the money's on the top end.
Yep.
2000, David Letterman returned to his late night show after 5 weeks after having an emergency quintuple? 4, right? 4
No,
valve.
5.
That's 5.
That's
Quads
5.
4.
You got it. Okay, thank you. So 5. I didn't know there were that many valve. I didn't know there was that many going. I didn't do my biology. I didn't know there was that many ones that you had to clean out in the heart, quite honestly. But he did. And that night he did the top 10 reasons why you shouldn't eat bacon with every meal. Music history. There's not much here. 1970, the Jackson 5 made their TV debut on American Bandstand.
Okay.
I
like-
watched it.
Did you
you really?
Yes.
Seriously?
Okay.
What do you remember about it?
Michael Jackson was really young.
Yeah. Did you like the beat?
Oh, heck yes. It was easy to dance to.
Absolutely. That's what everybody said. 1987, Sly Stallone. Sly Stone, not Sly Stallone. Sly Stone.
Uh-huh.
Sly and the Family Stone.
You got
Yeah.
it. He was jailed after drug charges. I can also say that in 1991, 1998, and 2003. But
Yep.
1995, for the first time in 7 years, Bruce Springsteen performed live with the E Street Band. The New York City nightclub appearance was for a video for a movie, Murder Incorporated. There's the
Okay.
stack of stuff.
All righty.
We're going to have to talk a little bit of basketball when we come back. What do you think?
We can do her.
Sounds good.
You're listening to Morning Coffee on WFIW and WFIWradio.com.
Let Dairy Queen help you crave your hunger. Stop in this month and get a 4-piece chicken strip basket for $4.99. During the month of February, try Dairy Queen's Blizzard of the Month. Dip strawberry made with chunks of Ghirardelli chocolate and strawberry. Stop in and pick up the perfect gift for your Valentine. Dip strawberry Ghirardelli Cupid cake. This cake is perfectly sized for 2. Available through Valentine's Day. Need something bigger? Made-to-order cakes are available at Dairy Queen in Fairfield. Open 7 days a week, 9 a.m. to 9 p.m.
Business is done differently in the digital age. Companies need consultants who are highly trained marketing specialists. There is an opportunity currently for someone looking for a career based in Fairfield. 59% of the business owners surveyed in Fairfield say they are interested in learning more about customer service, social media, marketing, and technology. You can teach them. Call me, Mike Dreeth, at 618-842-2159 and express your interest.
This special National FFA Week report presented by United Mutual Insurance of Albion and Grinnell Mutual Insurance, proudly serving our area for over 130 years.
So what do you want to do with your life? FFA helps members discover their career paths. Hello everyone, I'm Cindy Young with Brownfield Ag News. This is National FFA Week and a great time to recognize the important role FFA plays in career exploration. FFA classroom activities include math and science, as well as hands-on work experience and the development of life skills, helping members discover their career path and realize success. Collectively, FFA members earn more than $4 billion annually through their hands-on work experience. Members participate and learn advanced career skills in 47 national proficiency areas based on on their hands-on work experiences, ranging from agricultural communications to food science and technology and turf grass management. Join us in celebrating National FFA Week.
This special National FFA Week report was presented by Citizens National Bank of Albion, proudly serving Richland, Lawrence, Wayne, Edwards, and White counties with all the latest banking technologies. No better banking. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender, and sponsored by WFIW-FM.
Time Capsule, sponsored today by Save-A-Lot Food Store on West Main, Fairfield.
Hi, this is Bill Stevens with another Time Capsule quiz. Which month and year was it when Henry Kissinger told us,
"We believe that peace is at hand"?
Congressman Hale Boggs and Nick Begich disappeared on a flight over Alaska. In the World Series, Gene Tennis led the Oakland A's to an upset over Cincinnati's Big Red Machine. We said farewell to Jackie Robinson. Johnny Carson celebrated 10 years as host of The Tonight Show. Money Magazine and Gallery debuted on the newsstands. And here's what was new on the radio.
Summer breeze, I could reach you. I love you to want me. Good time Charlie's got the blues. I am woman, hear me roll. I want to be a spaceman. Don't ever be lonely. You're born as a fool like me. Still abusing, I'll be around. You everywhere. Just keep on using me.
Have we stumped you? Well, the answer and a chunk of the top song from the month and year are coming up.
Save money on quality discount groceries found only at your Fairfield Save-A-Lot, located at 709 West Main Street. Seedless green grapes, $1.19 a pound. 1 pound fresh strawberries, $1.69 a pound. A dozen eggs, 65 cents a dozen. A gallon of skim, 1%, 2%, or whole milk, $1.79 a gallon. Prices good through Saturday. Good food, great people, great prices at your Save-A-Lot store on West Main in Fairfield.
October 1972. I can see clearly now the rain.
Johnny Nash and I Can See Clearly Now, the top song of October 1972. This is Bill Stevens for tcapsule.com. Back soon with another Time Capsule.
Time Capsule has been sponsored today by Save-A-Lot Food Store on West Main, Fairfield.
Do you need money now? There's no need to wait for the IRS. If you have your W-2s and you're ready to file, come on into your local H&R Block and apply for the loan product and get up to $3,000. H&R Block offers this at no cost to you. That's right, no interest and no fees. You can have money almost instantly with the prepaid Emerald cards offered at the tax desk. Your return will already be at the IRS, so you receive your tax refund as soon as possible. You can even have your tax preparation fees taken out of your refund with the refund transfer, so you won't have any out-of-pocket expenses to file. With the new tax law changes, why worry if you missed something? H&R Block appreciates your business and has some of the best trained tax professionals in the industry waiting to serve you, offering drop-off service, walk-ins, or you can call to make an appointment at our convenient location in Fairfield. H&R Block is here for you.
You can call in to Morning Coffee at 842-3715 and add your 2 cents. You can also message the crew on Facebook by going to the WFIW Facebook page.
Morning Coffee brought to you by TTT Designs at 1411 West Main in Fairfield. They're ready to complete your idea. Mules attire perfect for every season. Stop in and get your Mules basketball shirt for the next game. Available sizes from newborn to 5XL.
I was at Save-A-Lot the other day. Dropped by, had the uniform on, the logo on my shirts.
Right.
And some lady looked a little lost, and I went by her, and I just cut that spot. Double D normally does the voice on the Save-A-Lot spots. But anyway, she said, she looked a little confused. I said, "Can I help you?" And she said, "Well, I'm just looking. I'm trying to find the grapes." I said, "Well, they're $1.68 a pound, and they're right over there in the corner. All you have to do is go over there." I felt very empowered
You
to
may
know
become the Save-A-Lot greeter.
Yeah.
that's something to aspire to after I get out of this gig. I'll be the guy out front saying, I love the guy at that is at the
Walmart.
other that puts his hand out there and says, "Welcome to Walmart."
Welcome to Walmart.
Yeah, you have a good morning. So I can do that at Save-A-Lot. I'll put it in my resume now.
All right.
Basketball is something that is near and dear to your heart, Z, and we are consumed by it right now in this community because just like football season, we've got a heck of a basketball team.
Yes,
And,
we do.
Do you have a call
We
before
do.
we get
We
into
do.
it? All right. Nope,
No,
we don't.
apparently not.
So we hope, we don't want to jinx them, but we hope they get through Friday night.
Yeah, we don't want to look past the game at hand. to
And
the
it's
next
Carmi?
game.
Is it Carmi?
Carmi was talking on their radio station last night. This is their Super Bowl game. They would love. I mean,
Oh, they'd make their season.
we've been rivals forever with Carmi, friendly
Right.
rivals. It's always been a very friendly rivalry, not like how we used to feel about Floor or anything like that. But Carmi would love nothing better than to beat us, and I am sure Coach McElravy and his staff know that, and have
yeah.
already been working with the boys on that.
Well, the old saying, I mean, no matter how a team is, to beat them 3 times in a season is a task.
Well, this will be the 4th time they've met. This
Yes, and that's tough.
And when I say 4th time this season, I'm saying 4th time in the last month. Pretty much.
Yeah, because we didn't see him before Christmas. So the first time we played him was at the Carmi Invitational. And then we turned right around.
That's right. We turned right around because
We
we had a
turned
snow
right
day.
around that next Friday night and played them at home. And then we played them the last game of the season last week, their senior night, and
Yep.
now this. So, yeah.
Okay, so I mean, when I was a coach, and I just did junior high stuff and things like that. When I was a coach, I would do a little bit of scouting, and I would determine the one guy that I would not allow to beat me. Okay, I mean, I would say to the team, "Here's the thing: this guy scores 18 points a game. He's not going to beat us. It's going to have to be the rest of the team." It's hard to do that with Fairfield, isn't it?
It's very hard to do that with us.
Most teams have 1 or 2 guys. If you're really good, maybe 3 who could go off for 15, 20 a night. Fairfield's got 6 or 7 guys who could realistically score 20 on any given night.
Yes, I mean, they could try to concentrate on J-Zell or Brian Estes. But then you've got some other guys that can...
You throw Landon Zerlini out there.
Kane Hicksonball, some of those kids can put the ball in the hole. So it is very difficult if you are preparing a defensive scouting report on us, who you are going to key on. But I think if we take care of business, if we play like we have been playing, I think we'll be all right. But
Okay, so
And I thought Tuesday night the Mules came out with kind
Lot
of
of intensity, yes.
renewed focus, basically.
good.
we played well.
Yeah.
All right, so now, what's going to be? I'm not trying to jinx anybody or anything like that. What's the disappointing outcome? Is anything short of a state championship a disappointment to the people that have watched this team all year?
I don't know about that.
Yeah.
I think it's just advance as far as you can.
Yeah.
The
And
thing
how
is,
far can they advance?
I think they're capable of winning the state tournament.
I think
But-
they can get there.
But like any team, they've got to get a few breaks along the way.
Yes,
And
yes,
any
so
team
that's
that wins the
always-
state tournament, they'll tell you that. I think they're good enough to win.
Yes. I mean, the unknown is what is you never know about the Chicago.
So if
schools.
they advance,
Yeah.
they're going to the sectional in
Vandalia.
Vandalia.
huge place.
Oh, it's huge.
Oh, it's
yeah.
that's a big gym. Big gym.
It's not as big as Harrisburg.
Actually, I played in that Vandalia gym as a high school
Really?
basketball
Oh,
player.
I think it's bigger than Harrisburg.
Really?
Oh,
Okay.
yeah, because you have seating behind the one side that goes up pretty good.
Yeah.
I mean,
Oh, you have seating on all 4 sides.
at Vandalia.
Or 3 of the 4
Three of the
sides.
4
Three of the
sides,
4 sides
yes.
at Vandalia.
I
Yeah,
have-
that's right.
I have no idea why, as a sophomore, we scheduled Vandalia, my home team in Bethalto, and we were on the road to Vandalia. And so that was my first time being in a varsity environment, and it was a huge gym, and I can remember it very distinctly. But anyway, so who would the likely players be there at Vandalia? Now that we've seen Casey
Mount
Westfield
Carmel
there.
should come out of their regional.
Yeah.
I just I've seen Red Hill play. I've seen Mount Carmel play. I can't.
I think so.
I think Mount Carmel will win that game. T-Town plays St. Anthony at St. Anthony. That could be an upset, but it would be
it'd be a major upset.
St. Anthony just doesn't have the horses to run
Yeah.
with T-Town. The upset happened in the Shelbyville Regional where Pana beat Casey Tuesday night.
And then last night,
And then last night, Marshall
beat
beat Shelbyville because everybody thought if Casey got upset that Shelbyville would come out of there. So
the players,
So
if
the
everything
final
goes
there-
right, would be the four that get there would be
hopefully us,
Mules,
Mount Carmel, T-Town, and it's a toss-up on the Pana
Yeah.
Marshall winner.
And Pana, you say,
And
has
that's who
a-
we play.
Pana has an under 500 record.
They do.
And that would be who we'd play, or
Yeah, we get the winner of the Shelbyville Regional.
But that doesn't matter at this time. It doesn't matter what your record is. Everybody started out 0-0 on Monday night.
You betcha.
So the big thing is, even though we've beaten Carmi 3 times, we need Mule Nation to show up.
There you go. Yeah.
We don't say, okay, I'm just going to wait till Tuesday night and go to the game. We need a large crowd there.
And Tuesday night, the crowd was good. It's just in the size of Harrisburg's gym.
Yes.
It didn't look that good.
So
but
don't be worried about not having a place to sit. There's plenty of seating
Oh, yeah.
there. There's plenty of parking there. They've they did a big remodel, so there's parking out there. Show up. We need to show up and support this team.
And for some reason, if the gym is that full where you can't get a seat, I think there's a couple of there's an open booth in the press box. You can come sit with us.
There you go.
So we just
if you bring your climbing shoes and your rope and
yeah, you guys are up.
to get up to
Now
that press
they
box.
took care of Harrisburg. Harrisburg was down there on
I
ground
saw
level.
that.
I saw that. You guys maybe should call up and say, hey, we got first dibs on that down at the bottom.
Might talk to Greg about that. So
Because that crow's nest up there, that's
man.
a crawl.
Well, let's put it this way: we were the lights above the gym floor. We were above the lights.
It looks like an old hangar.
Yeah. Right.
It's an old gym.
Yeah, it's a beautiful gym. I
But,
love it.
oh yeah, they redid it a couple years ago.
Yeah, they did it when they built that new addition.
Yes.
This has had to have been a really frustrating year for Smith Peters.
Oh yeah.
It
I
showed
talked
on
with Randy
Tuesday
after
night.
the game.
Oh, tell us.
Because Randy's very, very competitive, and I talked with his wife too. Because when I started coaching, Randy was the freshman coach and JV coach at McLeansboro. So we kind of had a little rivalry going. So we've always had a friendship since then, and it's frustrating for him. I mean, when you're that competitive, and they just don't have the talent right now. Now you go through cycles like that where you don't have talent.
But I understand
won the
they've
state.
got some talent in the younger levels.
Well,
From
he's
what
got
I
a program,
understand.
so you know they're coming up.
Yes.
They won the state. How long ago? It was about 5-6 years ago?
Well, his son was out, went to SIU for 4 years, and he's out. This is his first year out, so 5 years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I'm very familiar with the family. I hired his son to be the coach at Johnny Logan.
Kyle.
Yeah.
Kyle was there.
Kyle
was there Tuesday night.
He played at Logan for 2 years and 2 years at SIU, and then he was a coach. I think he was at Missouri State when I hired him.
He was with Paul Lusk. He was an assistant for Paul Lusk at Missouri State.
You talk about a great basketball player.
Yes.
When he went through Westland, when they made that run back in the late 80s, wow, man, that was a
Lusk,
good
Paul
team.
Lusk,
Oh,
yes.
yeah.
The Lusks.
That Trenton Westland team he
Was
played
good.
on was
Him
really
and
good.
Brent Brady.
Yeah.
They were the two-headed monster for Westland, Trenton Westland.
He must have had a cousin. I remember a guy by the name of Gary Lusk that was at Madison back in the late 60s who was just a scoring machine. I believe part of the family, but probably an uncle of Paul Lusk.
I think you're right.
Yeah, so there's your basketball segment. So we're hopeful, but we're not crazy.
We're not counting our chickens just
No,
yet, but
no.
we're hopeful.
But we need people to be at that game
That's
Friday
right.
night.
That's right.
Did you see where the
And the 3-point shooting contest starts at 6.
who's in that for us?
Don't know yet. I think they decide before. But speaking of the 3-point shooting contest, good luck to Kylie Stewart from FCHS.
Yes, she's
She
shooting at
shoots in the
state
state
tonight.
competition tonight.
We'll have that information tomorrow morning, I'm sure.
But they start
will.
shooting at 6 o'clock. So
Yep.
if you want to see that, show up at 6 for that.
That's up in Bloomington.
Is there any way to see that online?
I do not.
I don't
believe
think
so.
the IHSA streams that.
Okay.
No.
Did you see that where Nike's really working hard right now to cover its behind because of the basketball last night between Duke and North Carolina, which has become bigger than almost the Super Bowl on the East Coast, quite honestly, when those two play. During the game, Zion Williamson, a player, blew out
Not
his...
a player, the player.
Yeah, freshman. 18 years old.
6'8", 270 pounds.
Had his shoe burst apart mid-game, forcing him to leave the national broadcast event against North Carolina with an apparent sprained knee. By the way, former President Barack Obama was also at that game. Nike now is really worried about the fact that on national TV, this huge megastar wearing their product watched it sort of explode on his foot.
Well, it wasn't mid-game. It was 33 seconds into the game.
Yeah. Oh, my God. That really makes a difference.
Oh, it made a big difference in the game. You could just see what happened to Duke. I watched it. They just...
Isn't that interesting? It said here mid-game. They got that wrong. So that early in the game. So he was out the whole game.
Oh, yeah. They took him off to the sideline, and then they took him to the locker room, and he didn't come back out. But, yeah, the shoe split, and the sole came off the shoe.
That's not good if you're selling
And they played
shoes.
it about 500 times last night, and I'm sure Nike was cringing every time.
And I'm sure it's being played all over every.
I'm sure it was talked about
Sports
this morning.
Network this morning.
And I bet you it's being played a lot by Adidas.
Well, Adidas had a tweet, and then they took it down.
Oh,
Puma. Puma had a tweet, and they took it down. And then Adidas didn't say anything, but Puma had a tweet on there. It wouldn't happen if you wore Pumas, and then they took it down.
Does Puma even make basketball shoes anymore?
I guess they do.
They were in the market. Then, the famous one was the Clyde shoe for Walt Frazier.
Yeah.
I love that shoe.
I remember wearing a pair of Puma basketball high tops when I was in high school.
And they got back. They were out for a long time, and then they tried to get back in. I don't know if they're in or not, but the Clyde, that was the greatest
that
shoe
was the
ever.
shoe.
I'm just going to tell you, this dates me. There's nothing. I wore nothing but Converse.
All Stars.
You probably wore Chuck Taylors, right?
I wore Chuck Taylors until I was a sophomore, and then we got cool, low-cut, gold suede shoes. There were people that didn't play that went out only for the gold shoes and never quit because they were going to get the gold shoes at the end of the season.
I remember playing, and we played a team that was purple and gold, and they had purple Chuck Taylors, man.
Yeah.
Of course, they had the short shorts and the socks that
Which
came
have
up to
come
your
back
knees.
now. Short shorts is a thing.
Really? Yeah.
Oh, heck
They're
yes.
coming back.
You
well,
watch and see.
Not quite as short as back in the...
No, but they're mid-thigh at least.
Oh,
I mean...
I had some pretty short shorts.
Oh, yeah.
And
Rutgers wears the shortest shorts I've seen.
And anyway, I had Chuck Taylors. The cool thing to do was to get Chuck Taylor high tops, and then since our colors were purple and gold as well, get purple shoestrings to put into the Chuck Taylors.
Okay.
And I have to tell you something, the Chuck Taylor high tops kept you from spraining your ankle a lot better than those low cut Converse suede things that I had on my feet when I was a senior. Another newspaper bites the dust. We just talked about the fact that the Southern, owned by Lee Enterprises, was moving their deadline up so that they couldn't do SIU
They're
sports
printing.
anymore.
The St. Louis Post-Dispatch is doing their printing now.
And guess what? Guess who? Since they own the Southern, now they've let go a bunch of journalists from the St. Louis Post-Dispatch, and they're sending the paper to Indiana.
Their proofreading is done. They let go all their proofreaders because their proofreading is done somewhere in Indiana.
Yeah.
They do it via computer.
And that's got to take care. That's got to murder the deadline. Once again.
Well, yeah, because Les Winkler, I read the Southern every morning, and
did he say anything about this?
He was at our game Tuesday night, but I didn't talk to him. He was my cousin Ronnie's roommate at college, so that's why I know Les. Yeah,
Les has been at the Southern for years.
Yeah, forever. But he's talked frequently about how this is really disrupting their sports.
Oh yeah,
and the Southern sports section is fantastic.
It is.
For a small paper, it is a big sports section.
You betcha.
The same thing happened. One of the great sports pages in the Metro East was the Belleville
News Democrat, and they did the same thing.
Got gutted the same way. The Alton Telegraph, the same thing happened to them. It's systematic. It has to do with economics. It has to do with.
Well, but the thing about it is, more and more people are buying the online version. That's what I do with the Southern, and that's what I do with the Belleville News Democrat.
Because you do get all the scores.
And I stopped getting the Evansville print and did online because the Evansville print was terrible.
Well,
because they are printed in
first
Louisville too.
The first thing I did here, we had it delivered here at 5:30 in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
After about 2 weeks, I became convinced there was I would go through that paper and there was nothing in
it.
there.
Yeah.
But the online version's good.
So we stopped it, and it still came for 3 months.
Wishful thinking.
All right, we got to take a break.
Yeah, we do.
Post frame buildings continue to pop up all over the area. And at Graber Post Buildings, they've been putting up buildings for over 40 years. Garages, pole barns, storage buildings, workshops, apartments, even indoor basketball courts, and some of the most attractive commercial buildings in the state. Every job is specific and unique to your wants and your needs. Graber Post also has packages for contractors and do-it-yourselfers. So for your next building or roofing project, call for a free quote at Graber Post, 800-264-5013.
Black's Fashion Flowers in downtown Fairfield can make any occasion more special with custom-designed floral arrangements and gift items. Check out their selection of Southern Illinois-made Ravenswood Hollow soaps and lotions, Fannie Mae candies, Southern Sisters gourmet food items, and clean-burning soy candles. Black's also has a wide selection of sympathy items. Plus, they're your home for tuxedo rentals from Jim's Formal Wear. Give them a call at 847-7076 or stop in at 310 East Main. Black's Fashion Flowers, your florist with a personal touch, across from the courthouse in downtown Fairfield.
The J. Wilderman Autoplex Ford, Jeep, Chrysler, Dodge, Ram, Giant President's Day sell-off has officially kicked off. The small-town automotive giants will do whatever it takes to earn your business. Low price, low payments, and giant trade allowances to top off the deal. Total Ram discounts up to $15,000. New F-150 discounts up to $14,000. Over 150 new vehicles and over 300 pre-owned vehicles available at the lowest prices in the tri-state. Stop by for a friendly buying experience and view all President's Day specials at jwildermanautoplex.com.
Has winter been hard on your vehicle? Take it to Act Tire and Automotive in Flora for new tires or service. And with Big Deals gift certificates, you can save money. Check out Act Tire and Automotive in the Big Deal store on WFIWradio.com.
About 10 minutes before 9 now. Sheldon Bunning from Le Mans Chevrolet Chrysler is on the phone. Good morning, sir.
Good morning, Mark.
Hey,
How's
I'm
it
here
going
too.
this
How you
morning?
doing, Sheldon?
Well, good morning, too, Mike.
We got to get you in here again. I'm going to have to call you a little bit later on and see if I can schedule you to come in to grace our studio.
All right.
Okay.
So
I'm
the
sure we'll
incentives,
accept
you're past the Valentine's Day incentives. What incentives have you got going now for folks?
Well, it is truck month. You know, they only have like 7 or 8 of those a year, so this is the first one of the year. So, I mean, that does make it extra special, right?
It does. It does. First one of the year ought to be the best deals of the year, right?
There you go. There you go.
All right.
We do have lots of good deals on the new pickups and stuff.
I think last time we
among other
talked, you
things,
said
you know,
close to $15,000 in savings on
I
some
think there
of
was-
the vehicles.
Yes, on some of them they did. I know we've got some of these new 19s in the Bighorn package marked down up to $11,000, and we've got up to $11,000 off on our heavy duty trucks.
All
So
right.
May 18th. So
I think last time we talked, you mentioned a couple of Jeep Wranglers. You had
Yeah,
big
we
savings on them.
had them marked down as well to move out the 18s. Got a couple of the new 19 Wranglers setting on the ground. So lots of stuff. And if we don't have the right one and a new one, we're almost always able to track it down for you if it's out there.
And, we talk about trucks and Jeeps an awful lot, but you guys have a lot of cars on the lot as well.
We do. Just got a new, beautiful Chrysler 300 in. It's a Touring L Plus package. Heated seats, leather, navigation loaded, the 20-inch wheels. But I think it had over $6,000 in savings on it. It's a new 19.
Wow. Those are impressive. Now, those Chrysler 300s, they come with those cooled cup holders, too, don't they?
Yeah, I think you can get them with the heated and cooled cup holder.
Man, that's all right. Keep your drink cold while you're driving. I like it.
Right.
I
That's
like it. All right. Anything big, any sneak previews coming out for the next month?
I did read somewhere, I think, where we should be able to start ordering the new Gladiator pickup, possibly in April, I think.
All right. That sounds like a deal. All right,
Yep.
Sheldon. Want to thank you for joining us. We appreciate it. We'll talk to you Thursday morning.
All right, you guys
All
have
right.
a great morning.
Okay. Sheldon from Le Mans Chevrolet Chrysler. Check them out online at lemansonline.com. Time for that radar weather. It is brought to you by Stumpy's.
Are you tired of mowing around or looking at that ugly tree stump in your yard? Removing a tree stump doesn't have to be a burden. Stumpy's can make the process quick and easy. A local business started by Clay Marks through the Mount Carmel CEO program offers free estimates, cheap rates, cleanup, and no mess after the job is completed. Clay guarantees you'll be happy with his work, so call him today at 838-0635. That's 838-0635.
Fairfield area forecast, skies becoming cloudy later today, high 45. Cloudy tonight, low 35. Cloudy 48 on Friday. For Saturday, thunderstorms a possibility, high 62. Partly cloudy 42 on Sunday, and for Monday, partly cloudy, high 42 once again. Overnight low was 27. Yesterday's high was 46. Currently, the WFIW studios, humidity at 100%, winds are calm, pressure at 30.23. Sunshine right now and 28 here at the WFIW studios east of Fairfield. Nothing showing up precipitation-wise anywhere in the state of Illinois this morning. That's your radar weather brought to you this morning by Stumpy's.
Lights, camera, action. Time to return to Morning Coffee on the station listened to, not just heard, WFIW.
Morning Coffee brought to you by TTT Designs in Fairfield. They can bring your design to life. Stop in at 1411 West Main. Let TTT Designs complete your vision. They're open Tuesday through Friday, 10 a.m. to 5 p.m.
Welcome back to Morning Coffee. We have Z with us this morning, and always a fount of information. Always glad to have her when we're getting around crucial high school athletic time because she does her homework. She's always there. I assume you will be there on Friday night.
Yes, I will be there.
With Mule Nation.
Yes.
And that will be on, of course, our airwaves.
You betcha.
Looking forward to that. Actually, we were talking briefly, you're going to probably put together a schedule of baseball games this year, too. And they're supposed to be very good in baseball.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's
regional finals last year,
yes.
And talking to Billy Rogers, I think they return a lot of their top pitchers.
Wonderful. We got a call?
We do. Good morning. You're on Morning Coffee.
Yeah, you told about the Evansville paper. That deal, their kind of price raised 50 cents. Now it costs you $2.50 to get one at the convenience store.
What's that?
The Evansville newspaper.
Oh!
Is that $2.50 on a daily basis, or is that just for the Sunday edition?
No, that's the every day.
Oh, my.
$2.50 for that?
Yep. It happened Monday.
I can buy wrapping paper.
You know, I've got a few blank sheets of paper here. I've got a printer. I'll type you up some news, and you pay me $2.50 a day, we'll be good shape, okay?
Thanks.
Thanks for calling.
Appreciate it very much, and thanks for listening. All right, I got some trivia in my hand
Wow.
here. All right, you ready? What
Bring it
was
on.
the year of Elvis's first concert?
19 solo concert, or he went out on some of those jamborees where Johnny Cash was on and all those type
His
of things.
first concert in front of people. A concert.
Okay. 1958.
I'm going to say 1949.
Ooh, you guys got a pretty good spread there.
Well, the reason why I say
1954.
1954.
1954. Okay.
Did you watch that redo on NBC of this 1968 concert? It was the 50th anniversary.
I've not seen that.
I haven't
no.
either.
That's
Oh
the one
my!
he
It was
did,
on
the
Sunday
comeback-
night. It was
the comeback
fantastic.
show, right?
Bunches of different stars: Blake Shelton, Keith Urban, Jennifer Lopez, Carrie Underwood, and they sang Elvis songs. It was and they did it like in the boxing ring that was represented.
Yeah.
If you see, you need to watch
I've
it.
always loved the one.
I
that-
loved Elvis.
I love the Hawaiian concert that they videoed. That was one of my favorite
Well,
ones.
that was his comeback concert
that
because
was
he
the
hadn't
comeback
performed.
show.
He'd done all those movies, but that was fantastic.
Okay, Madonna's first husband.
Guy Ritchie.
Sean Penn.
Good.
Ding! Nice job.
Thank you.
Good catch, Turner. Okay, we're back to dates again. What was the year that Princess Di died?
I know where I was that night.
1992.
No. 1998.
Very close. Very close. I'm going to give it to her. 97.
Oh, that was close. Good call.
All right. What is the name of German's airline? Hold on a second. Only if you know it. What's the name of their airline?
Of whose airline again?
Germany.
Germany's airline?
The national airline of Germany.
It's Lufthansa.
Yes. Perfect. Well done. Okay, what's the name of the city where the Simpsons live in the cartoon that is so popular? What's the name of the city that they live in? Hold on a second, because you look like you know.
I have no idea.
I don't watch The Simpsons. I never did.
I have no idea.
It's pretty easy from the standpoint that there are so many of them. Springfield.
Springfield,
yes.
okay.
Springfield. Okay. In the scheme of things, in the solar system I'm talking about now, our solar system, we know there are planets on either side of us because we're the third rock from the sun, right?
Right, yeah.
Which one is closest to us?
I'd have to say Mars.
Which planet's closest to us? Venus, because we can see it in the sky at night.
Ding!
Wow.
Venus. Very good. Of course, Mars is the other. It goes Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars.
We want to go to Mars, though. You thought Mars because that's where we
where
travel.
everybody talks about
because
going
it's
to Mars.
more habitable than
Right.
Venus.
I mean, you don't want to go towards the sun.
Venus is hotter than heck. We can't go there.
And that's the other thing. I think it'd probably be logistically pretty difficult to go. You could get to Venus pretty good because of the gravitational pull of the sun. You might have a heck of a time getting back.
But plus, we think Mars has more of a chance to support life.
Sure, sure. All right. You got that one. What was the... who sang the title song in the musical Grease?
Paul Anka.
In the movie?
Mm-hmm.
I can see it's not Paul Anka.
1978, musical Grease. You're going to kill yourself when you find this out.
I don't know.
Say it.
I mean, I want to say
as soon
Paul
as you say
Anka.
it, I'm
Frankie Valli.
Frankie Valli. Okay.
Frankie Valli. The only country to display the Bible on its national flag.
The Bible.
Israel?
Mm-hmm. No.
No?
Bible. Italy.
The Dominican Republic.
Okay.
And, let's see, I got enough for two? What, we got time?
Well, probably one.
One. Okay, the year the Second World War ended.
Oh, I know that one. That's easy.
Okay, how about you?
1945.
Yep, 45.
Yes, that is it.
That's easy.
You guys win. You did really well. I want to thank you, Z, always for coming in. I want to grab you again next month because you always bring so much to us. Thank you for coming in.
Oh, no problem.
I appreciate
Anytime.
it so much. Thank you for listening, and we'll see you tomorrow. Go Mules.
Hayden McDuffie with us tomorrow.
Yes, we're going the millennial route.
The proud voice of the Fairfield Mules and the leader in southeastern Illinois sports. This is WFIW FM Fairfield, Illinois, 104.9.
Time now for the news, brought to you by Boyd Furniture and Mattress Center in downtown Wayne City. Stop by for a rest test. 20 mattresses on display. Try their adjustable beds for maximum comfort.
Fox News, I'm Chris Foster. Jussie Smollett from the TV show Empire turns himself in Chicago on a felony disorderly conduct charge. He's accused of filing a false police report about being attacked by 2 men last month.
The Osundario brothers, once considered potential suspects, testified for 2.5 hours before a grand jury. Their attorney says they were paid in the alleged hoax, but the payment doesn't fit the narrative that we know. She says the brothers are speaking to investigators because they had a change of heart and determined that the truth needs to come out.
Fox's Mike Tobin in Chicago. A 4-day summit on sexual abuse by clergy has started at the Vatican. Manila Archbishop Luis Antonio Tagle.
We humbly and sorrowfully admit that wounds have been inflicted by us, bishops, on the victims.
By not doing enough about accusations against priests. Bishops from around the world are there, so are some sexual abuse victims. This is Fox News.
Fox Nation is the place for exclusive content you can't get anywhere else. New opinion shows from Laura